Good morning. Fire away.
It look like you guys need to go hit somebody else because it look like y'all getting tired of hitting each other already.
Yeah, right now, as we're coming in, it's the third day of pass. Anytime you have 3 days of pass, like it's gonna get chippy. Guys are sore, guys are beat up. That's training camp, so it's expected. Guys get a little chippy at times, but also just keeping it confined, not letting it get out of hand. Thought guys did a good job of that.
You saw the concern from the guys, the passion for their teammate. How tough is that to really see that what he's trying to do this thing?
Yeah, as we're practicing at training camp, unfortunately injuries and things happen. You never want to see a guy go down like Keontae went down today and had to be carted off. We just wish him the best. We'll continue to evaluate him and see where he is, but you never want to see that. Just got to make sure we're staying up, protecting each other.
How would you assess the 2 minute drill for the first team tonight?
We'll go back and look at it on film. I thought overall, as I assessed practice, thought, it looked like from the field, defense had the upper hand, made a lot of plays on the football, and they continue to do that all throughout camp. And we just have to find a way, continue to not make those plays. We got to protect the ball from an offensive perspective. Really pleased with what the defense is doing, but you don't want to see that too much, from an offensive side. So we'll continue to look at the film, continue to evaluate it. All these practices, like this is, I think, day 7 for us. This is continuing to learn from what we're doing. So we'll continue to put guys in different situations. It's the first time doing the 2 minute drill today. We'll continue to work on that and continue to make sure guys are situationally aware, playing smart football when it comes down to the end of the game.
Having said that, how can you?
They've been playing with block camp. It's kind of that balance of offense having to fight for every inch, sometimes making plays, but at the same time, kind of wanting to see more explosive. It's just kind of that balance. So you're just playing really well, and the offense still trying to be able to play back consistently.
Yeah, for me, I don't swing back from the pendulum. Like, it's a matter that we go evaluate the film, consistently look at the decision making, all right, how guys are protecting, how guys are rushing, how guys are covering, running their route. Like, all of it is evaluated. So it's not like one side has a good day and it's we're not good. That's not the case. It's always our offense made a lot of plays, a lot of explosive plays yesterday, and usually in camp that's how it goes. One side gets the best of one side the other day, the other side comes out and do what. So it's not anything for me to pull out the panic meter about. It's just camp. Guys are competing, and I love that we have a very competitive team. And that's what stood out the most to me about our team throughout this camp, just how competitive these guys are and how both sides continue to show up and make plays.
What are your thoughts on the secondary and how you're seeing it grow right now?
Secondary, they're doing a really good job. Guys are playing together. They're communicating really well. You see Kalen, Kamara, young guys, they're getting just more comfortable with what's asked of them, and they're playing within the structures of the defense and still making plays. And CJ, adding him back there, he's done a really good job of getting acclimated to how we do things, done a great job of communicating, working with the young guys. So I'm pleased with where the guys are in the back end. I think they can be really a strong unit for us, for our entire team, and we need them to play well for us to have a good team.
What did you see from the corners on the depth chart behind Stingley and Lassiter?
Oh, you see a lot of guys continue to make plays. Jalen Smith, you see Tremont, Arnett, D. Ross, all those guys, they show up every day. I go and I show highlights to our guys in team meetings of our practices, and there are different guys every day, at the corner position showing up. And so that's encouraging when you have guys who you can count on to step out there and make plays. And now all those guys will be evaluated as we go through our preseason games to see, how we can do it versus other teams, different looks, different routes. But right now at this point in camp, still very, very excited to see how this group will continue to grow. Jayden's done a really nice job. I think our coaches have done a great job with all of our rookies. Like, that's the one thing I harp on is that growth, all right, and having that steady persistence to improve your craft every single day. Our coaches done a great job working with the rookies. Jayden He's done an outstanding job, and Coach Ben McDaniel's done a great job, not only with Jayden, but with Jalen, all of his rookies, and all of the vets as well.
We'll close with Will and Sam.
How far along is he for a rookie receiver compared to some of the guys that you've seen in the past? Where do you still want to see him improve?
And he's right where he needs to be. For me, I'm not comparing him to anyone else. Just for him and where he is, Jayden is doing a nice job, and he's improving every day, and that's all I can ask of him. I think it's unfair to try to compare him to someone else. He just has to keep improving his game, and that's all he needs to worry about.
Stat that you think is just really overrated? Well,
Say that again?
do you have a stat that you think is just really overrated?
A stat that's overrated? Nah, I don't know. A lot of them. The one that matters to me is winning. That's all I care about. How do you win a game? But what stats are you thinking about?
Well, yesterday you were talking about like sacks. Like
Yeah.
it's all right if you get a sack for like pressures or
Yeah.
1-2 type of deal. Like it's
Yeah.
something that we talk about that just doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can say, as I mentioned the other day, sacks, they do get overrated. If a guy gets 10 sacks, like, wow. But always taking the mindset, you think about, a season. A guy has, you talk about guys playing 800 plays, 900 plays, and he gets 10 sacks, and that's a great year. So you talk about 10 plays out of 900. Well, what about a guy who gets 50 pressures and the ball has to come out? You're able to get a pick, interception off of that football. Which one matters most, right? And if a guy get 20 sacks, it's a Hall of Famer. So it does get, kind of, I'm not downgrading sacks. I love sacks, and I want to lead the league in sacks. But it can get a little overrated. All right. Appreciate it, guys.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me in the back? All right, bet. And action.
How you liking it so far?
Hot.
Yeah. Besides that heat, what you guys are doing as a group in the secondary?
You do see a lot of young guys getting better. A lot of young guys actually getting to the ball. In camp, that's the hardest thing is running to the ball, putting your hands on the football. So for Jay Reed, J Rock, all the young guys that we brought in, the buy-in, even me, I feel like I'm a new guy, a rookie, learning the playbook all over again. Just encouraging them, letting them know that we out here with you. We out here at camp with you. So whatever mistake you do, go full speed. But know that there's always corrections and learning points to get better.
You said it's the hardest thing in camp is to get your hands on the football, but today you guys gave by my count at least 3 interceptions.
6.
There you go. So how are you guys doing?
Encouraging each other and not caring who really touched the ball. A lot of groups fight for, I don't speak for everybody, but some groups you can tell like they fight for interceptions or they're always worried about who got the next pick. But in reality, if you play good football, the ball will find the right person in the defense. I think with a group of guys we got, we just want to line up, go play. And I think me coming here has made me realize that just playing football and the ball will find you is something that I like doing.
Now that you're playing, what's your comfort level? Now I know you were upset, with you got the trade and you thought you were situated with your family and everything. How are you now with your comfort level and getting your family situated here now?
Football started with Houston, so I'm here with a new chapter of my life. Like I said, I closed a chapter of my life with Philly when I went to the ring ceremony. Did everything we could do. Now I'm here, ready to play football with Houston Texans. Focus on my new teammates. That's the past. The more I sit and think about what happened, I will never be the best version of myself for this team here. So I'm happy. My family's happy. We're all good and ready to continue to go out here and have fun.
When you got the ring, you talked before about this, how you want to win it this year, you want to win the next 3, you want to win it every year. How much did getting the ring tangibly just even amp it up a little more?
It didn't, because I don't play for them no more. I ain't defending nothing. I'm actually chasing it now.
Hungry enough.
I'm hungry. Like you said, They're prey. Like, I gotta go hunt them. Like, they're champions. When you're a champion of something, you become the prey to a lot of predators. So there's no shot at them. It's just you gotta understand, like, when you switch sides of the ball, switch roles, I gotta go hunt again.
What kind of predator are you?
I don't sleep. I feel like coming here, I gotta get better. As a man, as a teammate, father, and whatever these team call me to do, I'm here to put my best foot forward.
They said shark never sleeps.
You may never know that. You don't know. But I'm fucking, yeah, you're right.
Is it different here than other places?
Nah, because football is football. Only time camp is different when you're not doing what you're supposed to do and you're messing up. You got to do the extra, come in extra to fix the corrections. But when you're actually doing what you're supposed to do, making the right calls, coming in early on your own time to sharpen up on tools and knives that you already have, camp doesn't change. Ball is ball. You're here for a whole month. Season start next week. Next month. You got to understand, we got 14, 15 practices left. So the clock is ticking. So it doesn't change. You got to understand the sense of urgency is high at all camp.
With the Super Bowl team before, what do you feel like those teams possess? What do they have better than others?
I've been on a lot of good Super Bowl contending teams. I've been on one Super Bowl winning team. I think, let's talk about the contending teams. They all have one thing in common. They're hungry. They're ready to continue to work. And I don't want to lay our bed or say anything to put anything out there, but this is a Super Bowl team right here. Super Bowl caliber team. You guys just go out there and show it week in, week out, and start from practice, start from meetings. Everybody's a Super Bowl contending team because we all high caliber players in the NFL. So we go out there and compete. We got to understand who's next to us, who's across the ball, and we got to understand that this is a job for us. We got to get it done.
CJ, what stands out about this defense and what you like most about DeMeco?
We get the attack. He got the swarm mentality, I think. For me, playing the attack mentality has actually been good because the past couple of years I've actually been in the half and post, protecting the defense. But being a close up to the line of scrimmage and doing interchangeable jobs with the guys in the back end, I'm loving it.
You got Chippy there at the end, and DeMeco talked about being the third game patch and kind of start to see that. How have you seen like the intensity and competitiveness?
It's nothing personal. It can get chippy, but nothing can get personal. When things get personal, that's when you don't get better. I think the best thing you saw from that, there was nothing out there. No extra curriculum. But like you said, extra. In the past, you will see the extracurricular. But here, we all have understanding. We're brothers. And we gotta be the best co-worker to each other and the best teammate on the field. Because if not, I can't sleep well at night. I know I'm not doing my job for my teammate to help the team get better.
The belt celebration has traveled from Philly to Houston.
Say it again?
The belt celebration.
BJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you explain what that is and what that mentality is?
That's self-explanatory.
What is the belt to us philosophy?
In the PG terms, out-competing, out-hustling, and doing your job better than your opponent.
Can you said you get better than always as a man, as a father, as a player. At this point in your career, what does that entail? What does that look like?
Being honest, looking yourself in the mirror, and waking up and saying, am I actually getting better? Am I actually taking the steps forward to become a leader? Not just for your teammates, yourself. You got to be able to lead yourself in the right direction, because if not, you're going to fall off. Like a lot of guys in the league, they get lost and understand that you got to make all the money, all the accolades, but you got to know how to control it. And the best way to control it is look yourself in the mirror and be honest. Are you doing what you need to do to get the job done every day? Are you feeding your family like you're supposed to? And are you legally staying out of trouble?
What's it been like going against this receiver group so far, and what have you seen out of a rookie like Jayden Higgins?
It's like the Daytona 500. We running fast every play. Everybody fast. All the cars competing for first place. We got a fast receiving corps. I'm just going to be honest. It's probably one of the fastest corps I've seen. But they're a dynamic group with different skill sets. They're diverse, and they understand that CJ needs him. Well, they need CJ, and CJ needs them. And they work very well in practice, and we have our days. They win some, we win some. But today, we got the best of the NASCAR group.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
How you doing?
Jalen, they say when practice is going on, occasionally it's a little tricky, but it didn't go on much longer past the initial. How do you guys try to take care of each other, respect each other's teammates?
Oh, yeah, that's the most important thing. It's all about, making sure that we're practicing the right way, make sure that we're not fighting. But we understand that we're all humans, and, the heat is going to get the best of us sometimes, and a couple, pushing and a couple bows might be thrown. But at the end of the day, it's all love and it's all competition, and I think we all understand that. So, just trying to keep it as clean as possible.
Do you kind of want to see that, though, at some point? You want to see that intensity, that competitiveness amplify as practices go on?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love it. And I think it does nothing but heightens the awareness of practice. People know they got to be even more on their P's and Q's. And, because, a fight might break out if you, get hit too hard. So you better be ready to go, and you better have your, chin strap buckled. So, I love it, though. I think it does nothing but help in the right way.
You had a big hit on Jayden Higgins in your first day back after missing a couple of days. What do you see from him as a large rookie wide receiver?
Smooth receiver. Like you said, he's very tall and very long, but he has every route in his arsenal. So you definitely got to play him honest. And then, obviously, like we all would guess, when it's up in the air, he's going to go and get it. So great playmaker for us to have, and I'm excited about what the future holds for him.
On the same line, you got up against Christian Kirk live, and then you got up against him with the Jaguars.
Yep.
What was your impressions of him then, and what do you think about what he does?
Yeah, I've always had a huge respect for Kirk. He's an overall receiver. Like, he does everything. He can run every route in the book, and he also is going to stick his nose in there and get dirty with you. So I don't think there's anything else you would ask for in a receiver. So I definitely had a lot of great times with him playing against him. It was definitely a lot of competing there, but now it's competing a little earlier now in training camp and in practice. So I'm excited to, go against him every day, and he's definitely going to make me better.
You guys are already aggressive second year, add a guy like Gardner-Johnson. How have you kind of elevated you guys aggressiveness in college?
Yeah, he's a dog. Like, he going to put his face on it. A lot of us are going to put our face on it. All of us are going to put our face on it. Like, that's what it's about. So just to add another guy that's going to do the same thing is not going to do anything but continue to uplift us and continue to motivate us. So, like I said about Higgins, I'm thankful that he's on my team, and he's going to do nothing but continue to motivate, inspire, and push all of us, offense and defense. So, yeah. For sure a dog, though.
Having said that, Gardner-Johnson said that one of the hardest things to do in camp is to get your hands on the football. You guys have multiple interceptions today. From your perspective, maybe what's like that key area or thing that you guys are doing as a group to be able to make it so hard for the receivers?
I would say execution. We're all on our P's and Q's, and when it's done the right way, it can make it very hard for the quarterback to understand, what we're doing and what we're in. And, a ball can be thrown the wrong way or thrown too early or too late, and that's how you're going to get a pick. But we definitely have a lot of ball hawks in the defense, and if it's in the air, we're going to go get it.
Jalen, you've become known for your hits in recent years. I'm just curious, what is the key to, legal hits too? What do you feel like is the key to the perfect legal hit and letting offensive players kind of feel you?
Yeah, that's a great question. Just making sure my target is in the right spot, and, if it moves, we got to hit it. It's that simple.
You're a hybrid. With the defensive back, with the cornerbacks, but you also can be the safeties. So last year, you got an opportunity to help mentor Kamar Lassiter and Caleb Bullock. This year, you see Jalen Smith and Jalen Reed. When you look at those two, what are you seeing from them? And are they following in that same trajectory as those two from last season?
Yeah, shout out to the staff upstairs. They just continue to bring in dogs. Like you said, Kamar and Kalen, we all know what they have done, but J-Rock and Jay Reed have done nothing but show up every day ready to work, dialed in, smart players. And then, like I said, when it's time to, wear the hat, when it's time to hit somebody, they're going to hit somebody. When the ball is in the air, Jay Reed going to go get a pick six like today he did. So shout out to them guys, and I know that they're going to continue to grow, continue to learn the defense, and continue to make plays for us going forward.
That being said, how good do you feel like the secondary will be this year?
As good as we want to be. It's all about the execution, making sure that we're in the right spot, and then when the ball is in the air, it's about making plays on the ball.
What do you say about some of the work that Miles Bryant's put in, some of the same stuff that you do? What have you made of his camp so far?
dog, a guy that can do anything, corner, safety, nickel, whatever you ask him to do, he's going to do it. So, I draw a lot of inspiration from Miles because I want to, be able to do the things that he does and play the way that he plays. So he's definitely a guy that I've learned from, throughout him being here, and I want to continue to learn from him because he always does things the right way and he always makes plays.
One more follow-up question on what I asked earlier. What is the feeling like when you make the perfect legal hit?
It's nothing like it. It's nothing like it, man. I don't know what I could compare it to, but it's nothing like it when you get it lined up perfectly and you hit it right in the right spot. Like, it's nothing like it. Yep.
Jalen, last season we had an opportunity to watch Derek Stingley Jr. become an all-pro from the outside looking in. What was it like from the inside being around him, knowing the type of work that he puts in, and him being selected as a first-team all-pro?
Man, I was so happy for him. What a lot of people don't see is he's extremely consistent. He shows up every day. He eats the same thing. He wears the same thing. Like, he's doing the same thing over and over. So when he comes out to practice and you see him in his back pedal in 3 deep, or you see him, he's doing the same thing over and over. And that's why he's able to execute when it's time to execute, because he's done it a million times. So just like Miles, I draw a lot of inspiration from Sting. I just want to continue to learn from him and continue to get my game to where his is, because he's definitely, one of the best in this league for sure. I believe he's the best.
He's been a man player to you all too.
I don't know about that. Hey, Sting, the thing is, that's one thing Sting ain't been consistent in. He ain't hit me up. I don't know if he still even got a game. Last game I might have got him, and then he just went ghost. I don't know, but I ain't seen him on a game in a minute since it's been like a year. I don't know if he even played the last Madden, but shout out Sting. He is a dog in Madden too, for sure. Real smart. Appreciate y'all.
He was talking about
OTAs and during minicamp, but how different has it changed since you all put the pads on?
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty similar, honestly. Those guys go out there and they compete every day, whether we're in walkthrough, OTAs, no matter what we're doing, they're competing hard. So I feel like it's real similar, honestly.
As a wide receiver, what are some things that you specifically you feel like you got better at just early in camp?
I think the biggest thing, of course, is learning the new system, kind of learning what we want to do on offense, be explosive, and, just go out there and be fast when I play.
How would you describe what it's like going against this secondary? Just what can you do to create that separation, because they're making it tough on you guys?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, no matter who you go against, it's going to be a good matchup. You got to be real decisive with your movements, and then when the ball comes to you, you got to make a play on the ball no matter what. It's going to be competitive rep. So really just go out there with the mindset that you got to win.
How much does that help you as a first-year receiver going to the NFL practicing?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you have good DBs, good secondary, of course you feel like if you can make plays against your own team, you can make plays when it's game time. So I feel like it's going to only boost our confidence as a whole unit, and help the DBs get better as well.
Does your head cross into the NFL moment, good, bad, or indifferent?
No, not necessarily. I feel like my welcome to NFL moment is just coming out here and playing every day, just trying to get better.
What has this process been like for you, going through it with a really good friend and former teammate in Jalen Pitre?
Yeah, it's been awesome, to go out there and have that guy. He's always going to have my back. See him make plays, I make plays. It's just been really cool. Someone that can help me with plays, I can help him. Really just having like a little buddy alongside you.
We found the fishing hole here, the fishing hole there, and y'all found the one down here.
Yeah, actually we haven't found a local pond, so the fans got to text us. But we went to Galveston and fished, and it was real fun. We had some fun out there. But as far as the ponds in Houston, no, we haven't.
Weird question, but when you get hit in like a perfect spot as an offensive player, what is that? Is that like as an offensive player?
And when you get hit in the perfect spot?
When you get hit hard in a perfect spot for a defensive player, what is that like as an offensive player?
Honestly, the plays that you get hit the hardest doesn't look like it's the hardest hit, really. I would say it's more so just going out there and, putting your body on the line. It's something you got to do no matter what. So, I really don't know about that. Yeah.
You play against guys like Jalen Pitre that are known as hard hitters, and you take the hit, you jump up like you did. Does that kind of, if anything, sort of solidify, you know what, they hit hard in the Big 12, they hit hard in the NFL, and it'll be okay?
Yeah, I mean, they hit hard in Little League, too. The football is football. They're going to hit hard wherever you're at. It doesn't matter what you're doing, any position. So, I mean, even I'm out here on special teams, I'm getting hit the same way. So, wherever you're playing football, they're going to hit hard.
DeMeco said in camp you're going to have days where the offense has the better day and the defense has a day. Today the defense come out here and had a pretty good day against you guys. From your perspective, how can you gauge, how much do you maybe assess what that's really going to be like, on the offensive side, how good you guys can be when you're measuring yourself against this type of defense?
Yeah, really for the offensive perspective, we're really just trying to come out here and be clean. That's that win in our book. When you're clean, you can make plays down the field. You can be explosive. So as long as we're having our alignment, assignment, and, being clean with that, then that's a win in our book.
How did the offseason workouts with CJ help translate to camp? And what's maybe one thing you remember you learning about him from those offseason workouts?
Yeah. They helped a lot, of course. Really, I would say just getting to know somebody, it really helps you out. CJ is like a natural leader, someone that's going to talk to you a lot, someone that's going to tell you when you're doing things good, someone that's going to help you when you're doing things bad. So really just more so learning the person that he is and, his character.
Has it made you and Jalen try and earn it, or has he always been kind of open to the new guys coming in?
I would say both. Not just CJ, but everyone. Of course, when you step into the building, you got to prove yourself. But everyone is very welcoming as well.
You're a very unselfish person. We've gotten to know that, over time. Does it matter to you whether you're in with the ones or with the twos?
As long as I'm going out there and making plays and being clean, it doesn't matter to me at all.
What have you learned from Nico Collins so far, and kind of what's it like lining up on the line with him?
Yeah, it's been awesome. A receiver that kind of has my stature as well. Someone that's a big play threat. Of course, that's what I want to be. Really, I would just say, the things that he does, great. I'm trying to implement it into my game. And of course, he was on a higher level than I was last year. So really, just looking at those small little details and adding it to my game would be real beneficial.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.